A lot of people call my office asking how to get into the Pretrial Intervention Program, or PTI for short. My name is Anthony Vecchio. I'm a New Jersey criminal defense and DUI lawyer, and here's what you need to know about PTI. PTI is a diversionary program in the Superior Court, which ultimately leads to a dismissal of the charges following a probationary period. If you want to apply for PTI, you need to be a first-time offender and typically charged with a non-violent offense, although in some cases, even violent offenses can qualify. Typically, first and second degree offenses are also disqualified, although some exceptions have been made. To get into the program, you first need to fill out an application. Typically, your attorney will do that for you. The application, along with the $75 filing fee, needs to be submitted online within 28 days of your arraignment. So you have to do these right away, and you certainly can't wait till your trial to do so. If you submit the application, you'll be scheduled for an interview with the probation department in the county in which your case is being heard. Now, during your interview, you will be asked questions about the offense, which you can be honest about. Anything said during the PTI application process cannot be later used against you. And one big factor that the evaluators use when they make recommendations about who to get into PTI is whether or not you express remorse. So it's definitely an opportunity to try to put your best foot forward, to express remorse for whatever it is that you've done, and explain why you're a good candidate for the program and why the charges against you should not result in a criminal conviction. The evaluator will also ask you about your family history, your educational history, your employment history. So you should also bring employment records, educational records, and in some cases character letters, proof of therapy, or drug and alcohol counseling can also be very helpful. After your interview, the evaluator will prepare a PTI report. That report will be sent to the assistant prosecutor assigned to your case, who will have the final say as to whether or not you get into the program. The evaluator will make a recommendation, but that recommendation is not binding on the prosecutor. The county prosecutor's office has a great deal of latitude in deciding who gets in and does not get into PTI. If you're rejected from the program, you can appeal to a Superior Court judge, but it's a very, very high standard to meet in order to overcome a PTI rejection by the county prosecutor's office. If you're accepted into the program, then the judge will determine the length of time you have to spend in the program, typically between 1 and 3 years. If there's a lot of restitution involved or the charges were particularly serious, that's when you see the range usually get extended to longer than the minimum term. During the program, you'll have to comply with both special conditions of PTI, which are tailor-fitted to your case, and also general conditions of PTI, which are usually common sense things like stay out of trouble, don't move your residence without notifying your probation officer, and so on. Once you complete the PTI program, the charges against you will be dismissed, and then 6 months later, you'll be eligible to begin the expungement process, which will ultimately get the charges and the PTI information off of your record. I have gotten countless clients into PTI. I've also had to handle cases where clients were rejected from the program. So if you're charged with a first offense, criminal charge anywhere in New Jersey, call my office. We can explain the PTI requirements to you, help prepare your application, and give you the best chance of success.